JJ, after AD gets his fifth and you're down 9, Dalton gets the back-to-back threes and then the Rui free throws. But what was it like seeing Dalton come through in that setting, and kind of how much of what he was able to do was coming out scripts and what you were looking for, and how much did he just make happen?
I thought he was the catalyst for our comeback. It wasn't just AD being in foul trouble and time and score. It was also just the energy. We, for whatever reason, we were having trouble getting stops and had some turnovers, didn't execute, and we kind of lost our life a little bit, and thought those back-to-back ones were huge. Got the crowd into it, got our bench into it, gave us a new life. He was fantastic. Not just shooting the ball. We've been challenging him lately to just be tougher, be more in tune with our game plan. I'm not going to say it was perfect, but baby steps. And he was great tonight.
JJ, 3 straight triple doubles for LeBron. Even played a couple shifts of center tonight. What could you say about tonight's performance and the last couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, just by any means sometimes, and great players, you sort of have to give them some autonomy at times. We executed back-to-back plays out of an ATO. We got a LeBron dunk, and then we got an 83. There was another timeout on their side, and Ron saw something in the way that they had guarded it the first 2 times, and him and AR, I said, "Are you 3? You on the same page? Just want to make sure you 3 are on the same page." The other 2 guys are doing the same things. Like, yeah, we got it. Ron gets a back cut for a dunk, so he's just, he's mastered the game, and we don't win that game obviously without him, but it is. I thought it was a total team effort because we had some adversity tonight. Christian was great in the second half, and even just our life and our energy on the bench just completely shifted. Even the guys that didn't play tonight, they're just energy on the bench. That was huge for us. We kind of lost our way there in the third quarter.
JJ, there were so many just amazing moments in this game. You talked about Dalton, talked about LeBron. Something else that sticks out was AD late, being able to stretch the floor and hit 2 threes and force our rim protector to come out and guard him. How big was that?
Yeah, it was a game of composure and poise for him. Didn't get it going offensively early. I felt comfortable playing him with a little bit of foul trouble when he got the 5th. Obviously, we had to take him out of the game. But I think just throughout the game, there were times where he could have gotten frustrated and he didn't, and he just stayed the course. And he was huge down the stretch. The threes, the ISO jumper out of our flow set, and then getting to the foul line right after that, and just impressed with the poise and composure from AD tonight.
Dave, staying on AD, he ended up being just a hair shy of his season average in minutes, but what kind of stress or trickle-down effect does it happen? Does it cause to you and your coaching staff and your rotation when a guy gets in foul trouble like that?
I mean, when it's one of your best players, or what, it's hard to manage, particularly putting Christian in just his second game with us, and not having Jackson. Again, it kind of goes back to what I said earlier. It's just like by any means, and Christian, I thought, had some really good plays, not just the finishes at the rim, but defensively as well in those minutes.
JJ, well, you were winning this game tonight. The guy you're going to see on Friday, Victor Wembanyama, scored 50 points. This is where this portion of the season, the NBA Cup, begins for you guys. Knowing this team a little bit competitively, how do you think they're going to approach this opportunity to repeat, and then I guess, along those lines, the challenge of having to start with Wemby?
Yeah, I'll say I expect our guys to be highly competitive. I've said this a number of times last year. You don't need to, give a reason to competitive people to compete. They wake up in the morning, they want to compete. And the games count for the regular season. We all recognize how difficult the Western Conference is, and every game is going to matter. And you're going to look back in mid-March in that stretch that we have of 8 games with some really difficult stuff, and you're going to look back at games like tonight that we were able to pull out a win and recognize the importance of it as we're fighting throughout the season for playoff seeding. And as far as Wembanyama, fantastic player, love him as a human, and Wex is probably loading my San Antonio scout on my computer right now, so I'll get into that tonight.
JJ, along those lines, this time last year, you were one of us getting ready for the NBA Cup. So will it give you an extra jolt at all, seeing that new floor and all that type of stuff? And
Yeah, I mean, I found out that the coaches also get a bonus, so yes.
Oh.
Whoa, you said you
Jolt
don't,
me
your
away.
competitive people don't need another
Jolt
reason,
me
direct
away.
quote, direct quote.
Thanks, Coach.